Describe a time when you had to adjust to a significant change at work. How did you handle it?
At my previous job, our team underwent a major restructuring, and I had to take on new responsibilities. Initially, it was overwhelming, but I approached the situation with a positive mindset. I focused on learning the new tasks and asked for guidance from colleagues when needed. Within a few weeks, I became proficient in my new role and even suggested process improvements that helped the team transition more smoothly.
How do you prioritize tasks when you're asked to handle multiple projects at once?
When managing multiple projects, I first assess each task's deadline and impact on the overall business goals. I use a prioritization system like the Eisenhower matrix to determine which tasks are urgent and important, then I allocate time accordingly. Regularly communicating with stakeholders also ensures that priorities remain aligned, even if things shift.
Can you tell me about a time when you had to learn something new quickly to complete a task?
In one project, I was asked to use a software tool I had never worked with before. To meet the deadline, I spent extra time after work watching tutorials and reading documentation. I quickly grasped the basics and applied the new knowledge to complete the task successfully. It was a rewarding experience that highlighted my ability to learn under pressure.
How do you respond when priorities change suddenly?
I understand that priorities can shift due to unforeseen circumstances. When this happens, I remain calm and reassess the situation. I communicate with my team or manager to clarify the new priorities and adjust my schedule accordingly. Staying flexible allows me to adapt quickly and ensure that the most critical tasks are addressed first.
Describe a time when you had to work with a colleague who had a very different work style than yours. How did you adapt?
I once worked with a colleague who preferred a very detailed, step-by-step approach, while I typically focus on the bigger picture. To ensure a smooth collaboration, I adapted my communication style, providing more detailed updates and breaking down tasks more thoroughly when working with them. This helped bridge the gap between our styles, and we were able to complete the project successfully by leveraging each other's strengths.
Tell me about a time when you had to step outside your comfort zone to accomplish a goal.
I was once asked to lead a team meeting on short notice. Public speaking has always been outside my comfort zone, but I knew the importance of the meeting. To prepare, I practiced thoroughly, structured the agenda clearly, and focused on creating an open, collaborative atmosphere. The meeting went well, and it boosted my confidence in leading discussions.
How do you handle feedback, especially when it requires you to change your approach?
I see feedback as a valuable opportunity to grow. When I receive constructive feedback, I take the time to reflect on it and understand how I can apply it to my work. In one instance, I was asked to streamline my reports to be more concise. I adjusted my approach, seeking guidance on best practices, and improved my reporting skills, which made my work more effective.
Give an example of a situation where you had to handle ambiguity or unclear instructions. How did you manage it?
In a previous project, I received unclear instructions that left several aspects of the task ambiguous. Instead of making assumptions, I sought clarification from the stakeholders to ensure I understood their expectations. I also conducted research and proposed potential solutions, which led to a clearer direction and successful project completion.
Have you ever had to change your approach to solve a problem? What was the result?
I once worked on a project where our initial strategy wasn't yielding the desired results. Instead of pushing forward, I stepped back to reevaluate the approach. I consulted with my team and explored alternative methods, ultimately deciding to use a different technology that significantly improved efficiency. This flexibility led to the project's success.
What do you do when you have to juggle a personal life change with professional responsibilities?
I believe in maintaining a balance, and I handle such situations by staying organized and communicating proactively. When I experienced a personal life event that required more of my time, I spoke to my manager early on to ensure they were aware of my situation. I then planned my work schedule around my personal commitments, prioritizing key tasks while maintaining a high level of productivity.